Convicted Nigerian leader of the movement of the Emancipation of Niger Delta, Osuafor, is expected to face life imprisonment in less than 2 days' time. Following the court's decision, the group has since made threats to South Africans and Nigerian officials. Okah was found guilty of being behind 2 car bombings in Abuja in October 2010 on the country's Independence Day. 12 people died and over 35 people were injured. To talk more about this, we are now joined in studio by the former president of the Nigerian Union, Jason Osuafor. Good to have you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you kindly.
Jason, let's talk about what you make of the threats that MEND has made to South Africans, oil facilities in Nigeria and Nigerian officials.
That sounds laughable, actually, but I doubt if MEND still exists in its real form, because a number of programs has been implemented by government around the Niger Delta issue. But let me quickly first mention that the current president of Nigeria is from Niger Delta, Jonathan Goodluck, and there's establishment of a government department, what we call Ministry of Niger Delta, that is specifically dedicated to Niger Delta issues. There was also an institute that was established called Niger Delta Development Corporation. And if you had listened in news last year or 2 years back, you hear about a number of Niger Delta youths that has been sent across the world, to learn new skills, to be able to be employed in the oil industry and other construction sectors in that vicinity. Furthermore, the governors of these particular places earn more money from the national oil personnel than the other states that are not oil producing. Yeah. So a number of improvement has been done. And remember also that amnesty has been granted to men formally under President Yar'Adua, in which members of this men lay down their arms and were forgiven for their sin, of which Mr. Okah is included among the people that were granted amnesty.
Yeah. I mean, having a look at the history of the movement, would you say there's cause for concern?
Do you mean concern around this threat?
Yes.
I don't think there's any need for cause for concern.
Okay.
We should not worry about that.
Yeah. I mean, some people argue that what the movement for emancipation of the Niger Delta are fighting for is valid because people in the Niger Delta are suffering while the government is getting all of the rewards from the oil. What is your take on this?
I think the suffering of Nigerian citizens is not peculiar to Niger Delta. Is across the country, actually. People who are impoverished. And you also remember the issue of Boko Haram is related to infrastructure and poverty, and some of those elements. Well, yes, because oil comes from there, their fight is legitimate, but no longer legitimate as government has dealt with it. And that's the first time a person from Niger Delta is becoming the president of the country. Yeah. And I think they have actually won their war, and there will be no need for bombing the country anymore from that sector.
Yeah. Just looking at the Nigerian Union, I mean, it's focused on addressing the poor image of Nigerians in South Africa. It promotes good behavior, the portrayal of strength of the Nigerian nationals. As the former president of the organization, how does it make you feel personally?
Let me say the poor image of Nigeria is just a perception. It doesn't really exist there as true, because if you look around South Africa, you see among Nigerians that live here, you see doctors who contribute, professors, engineers, accountants, good engineers, and who contribute to this economy. And also a wide range of common traders that employ people in the informal sector. Well, every community will always have those downsides where some people among them commit crimes and issues like that. But I think most importantly is Nigerians are now in South Africa to stay, just like the Indians and the other communities that have arrived here in South Africa to make up what probably has never been in Africa.
Yeah. We're going to have to leave it there, unfortunately. I know there's so much to talk about, but we'll be watching what's happening in 2 days' time. Osuafor expected to face life imprisonment, and this, of course, is made against the court's decision after his sentencing. Jason Osuafor, who is the former president of the Nigerian Union, thank you very much for talking to us here on Morning Live.